Mumbai.
That kid. I love this kid.
Hi guys, my name is Meg and I'm reporting for the very first time for MissMalini Music. Yes, it's a thing and I couldn't be happier to have the legendary UB40 sitting right next to me.
Hi Meg, how you doing?
Hi guys.
Hi MissMalini, you.
Guys,
At
introduce
last we
yourself.
get to talk to you.
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm Brian Travers, the saxophone player.
Martin Meredy, saxophone, alto.
And Lawrence Parry, trumpet player.
Yeah. How's it going, guys? It's the last leg of your India tour.
Well, it's a last date.
Yeah.
We started in Bangalore.
Yeah.
Then we went to Goa.
Yeah.
We were in
nice.
Pune
And Pune,
last
yeah.
night. And we're in our favourite city tonight, Mumbai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the truth is, we're from Little India in England, which is Birmingham. And so it feels like being at home, except it's hot.
Yeah, it's really hard.
And the
isn't it?
biggest deal is we're talking
Oh, yeah.
to Little Meg from MissMalini, and it's fantastic.
This is such
man.
an honor. I mean, I can't remember not knowing UB40 for as long as I've been alive. I feel like I've known you guys.
Yeah, but you're only 17.
Yeah,
We've been going
that's
125
not,
years.
That's not true. I'm gonna go backwards. And I know
Okay.
you guys started in 78, and that's a crazy, if I've got my math right, it's 39 years.
40 years next
40 years.
But we
next
were
year.
only 3 years old.
Oh. Yeah, I'm
No, we were teenagers.
I
We left
feel
school.
you.
We left school in Birmingham, England, and there was no work. And the options we had were being sportsmen, or criminals, or musicians. And we're not made of anything other than we just love people. So we started learning to play music, and it's treated us beautifully. And those 12 notes have took us all around the world.
That's awesome. When did you know that this could be like your career and make money out of music? Because I know a lot of people, a lot of my friends who are musicians, and a lot of them drop out at the end of it. Like, case in point, like me also.
We weren't prepared to fail. We had to do something. We were young fathers, we were dads when we were kids.
Yeah.
You know, when we were teenagers, so we had to do something to feed our families and our mums and dads as well. So we weren't prepared to fail. So we had to make a go of anything we were going to do, and it was music. And
That's awesome.
talk to
That's
these
so
two
nice.
fellas. These are two beautiful fellas. Go on, talk to these.
I've been with the band 19 years, and the reason I got into music was because of Brian here, actually. I was a fan of UB40 when the band started.
nice.
I was only 10 years old. I was already buying the music, and Brian bought me my first saxophone and taught me to play the saxophone. And
Oh.
10 years later or so, I went off to study and play the saxophone and got into my favourite band as a
You
child.
know what? He was a little lad, he was a little fella.
Lovely
He
story.
lived across the
you know.
street from where I lived. He lived across the road. And I had to go on tour, but I had little kids. And I had to deal with him. I said, when I'm away from home on tour, you keep an eye on my little kids in the street.
So you're the babysitter?
And when I'm
Yeah,
back
that's right,
home,
yeah.
about a street babysitter. Because kids used to play in the street, that's around at different times. I said, you look after my kids, and when I come back, I'll look after you. And he did the deal, and
Yeah.
I love it. And that's how, yeah.
So I was a fan of the band,
Yeah.
a huge fan before.
Oh, that's so
Yeah,
cool.
so it's
What about you?
I was playing with various different bands before I joined the guys.
Many
you know.
bands.
Many,
Come on,
many
name
bands.
Some of the bands.
Okay.
James Brown.
James Brown, B.B. King.
Yeah, for
I
real,
played with
yeah,
Beyonce.
Yeah,
Rhythmics, The Cure.
yeah.
You know, and then with these guys, which has been brilliant.
There
Absolutely
came a
superb.
point I needed to put a new horn section
Yeah.
together. So I went after the best guys I could get. He was the best trumpet player I could get, and he needed a job. But seriously, he was a good kid. He started at 11 years old, and he said, teach me how to play. And I said, no, I'll teach you one scale, a C scale. I teach him one scale. I said, if you can't start learning now, you never will. And then I see him, 9, 10 years later, and then here's the truth. He'd been to music school, and he gave me music classes, and I'd had 10 hit records. And that's the truth, that's a true story. He went to music school. I never went to music school.
Does touring still get you excited? Like,
Oh, definitely.
does it ever get boring?
Can't you tell?
I
can you
tell,
see
but
where?
I want you to tell them.
Especially
also.
places like India. It's my favourite country
Yeah?
actually to go to.
That was
Oh,
one of my
man.
questions as well. Like, what's the most memorable tour? Like a trick question, but what's the most memorable tour or gig that you guys have played?
Bollywood Awards when we did it last
Yeah?
time. It was absolutely super.
That was 19 years ago.
That was.
But if
that
we're
was
going to
stunning.
talk on a
Yeah.
serious note,
Yeah.
a serious political note, in 1996, Nelson Mandela got released from jail in South Africa. And there was a cultural boycott in the whole world. Do not go and play in South Africa until apartheid finishes, until racism finishes. And so we never would play. And when it finished, we went and played. We played in the big super stadiums. And I think that was one of the most important things.
that was
And
a
we
great
were
gig.
all
That was
we
a-
were on
that was a great gig, that.
and then we played Live 8.
Oh, nice.
Live 8 in Hyde Park.
I saw that. I have the DVD at
20
home.
billion people,
Yeah.
like, or something like that. I 8 billion people watching. But that was incredible. Backstage
Amazing.
of that was like being at Madame
like
Tussauds.
it's like a party.
He was standing next to Kofi Annan, right? Kofi Annan having an ice cream. And there was Mick Jagger and all them
Yeah, it was
people.
very cool.
But here's a beautiful story about that. On that gig, we took a guy called Gucharan Mal, who's an Indian dolly drummer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
and he trains all the kids from our neighbourhood, all these young kids who play doll
Yeah.
drums, right? And there's like 30 of them, and we invite them to come and play the biggest gig in the world. So backstage, before the gig, and this is the truth, isn't it? All the dressing rooms backstage in Hyde Park in London, all the kids come in their new uniforms for on stage, and they're all going, Bride, Martin, what do you think? And we come on, let's hear you play. And they start playing, and here's the truth: Madonna,
Brad Pitt.
George Michael, Brad Pitt,
Elton John, yeah.
Elton John, Paul McCartney, everybody's all there. Madonna was going, I want you to come and play with me, right? And they're playing outside, and they came on stage with us.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible moment, and we were going, oh no, Madonna, step back. These boys are with us today. And girls, not just guys, not just boys, girls, boys, you know, a beautiful thing. And Gucharan Mal is one of my heroes. He's my age, he's an older man, and he looks after kids in Birmingham, all the Indian kids, you know, got no chance. And yeah, beautiful time, beautiful time.
Nice. Is there any country that you haven't been to yet that is on your list?
Bhutan.
Whoa.
But neither of
That's
you.
right here.
Neither
That's
of you,
right
because I won't let anybody
Just
in.
down the road. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
When did you all get bit by the reggae bug? Like, when was the first time? Or was it always in...
The music of where we live. It's the music
Yeah?
of where we live, yeah.
That's awesome.
That and Bhangra. Bhangra, reggae, that's the music of where we live. We live in a very multicultural, we born and grew in a very multicultural area. I'm a minority, he's a minority, he's not. We're minorities in the area we grew up in. And that's okay, that's
great.
we've been treated beautifully, beautifully. Yeah.
That's so nice. What were you listening to last on your iPod? Like, what's the newest and precious music that you guys have heard? I want to know for my personal
Kiko
life.
Bun, go on. Maverick Sabre. These are young reggae stars, but go on, guys, go on.
Gregory Porter for the moment, for me, yeah. I like
Gregory Porter. Oh, man, yeah, Gregory, yeah.
If you could like reggae-fy a new song, a new pop song, what would you choose?
There's loads to choose from there, isn't there?
Reggae-fy.
So many artists seem to do reggae songs now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
do
thing,
reggae
it's a
versions
thing,
on
right?
their
It's
own.
coming
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Lots of people seem to do reggae, it's a big thing.
But what would you pick?
I've
Like
no
Justin
idea.
Bieber, Ed Sheeran, like what?
Possibly an Ed Sheeran
Yeah,
track.
Ed-
An Ed Sheeran track,
Ed
definitely,
Sheeran
yeah.
worked well, because his chord sequence is kind of...
You know, tonight when we came in tonight into the hold on, don't move, don't say a word.
Something's happening.
You have to excuse me. When we walked into the peninsula tonight, right? Our friend, she put a plaque up saying UB40
Yeah,
in
we
2017.
got pictures there.
Yeah. The first gig we ever played was a gig called the Hare and Hounds Bar in Birmingham, in England, a long time ago. And they put a plaque up outside. Well, about 5-6 years ago, my friend who runs the joint, he says, come with me. And we went upstairs, up the back stairs, and in the middle of the room is Ed Sheeran standing on a box. as if he was busking, and it was first start to tour, and we watched Ed Sheeran playing, standing not on a stage, on a box in the middle of a room with people all around him, and it was incredible. I'd love to do an Ed Sheeran song.
That would be cool, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure so many artists that have been influenced by you guys. Like, it would be really cool to see that something like that happen.
We're very lucky, you know. We're incredibly lucky, and we meet so many artists and hear so much music that you ask a question like that, and to answer it, we might forget somebody's name, and that would hurt them, and you know, and I don't deserve that.
Yeah.
So if you've got 3.5 hours, I'll start reeling off the names, but.
So everyone knows the song Red Red Wine.
Yeah.
Stay close to me. But if you could take out that lyric and put in another word, what or who would you put?
Mumbai.
That kid. I love this kid. Oh man, I love this kid.
Mumbai. It'd
No.
have to be Mumbai, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Is there any message for your Bombay fans or Indian fans that you'd like to give?
Thank you. That's all.
We love being here. We love the
Sukriya.
people. We love the food. We love the
Sukriya.
country.
Thanks,
you very
thanks.
much. This is our
I can't
official-
do that one.
You
No.
can, come on.
I'm too old to do
You
that.
can.
No, I can't.
You can do it
that.
together. You can just
I
do
can
this.
do that one.
Yeah.
I can't do that. No.
Nice one.
Come on, you're a
you
young
guys
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you for bringing us here. We love you, and I'm not. This isn't just selling ourselves here. We love being here. We love being in India. Thank you so much. You're beautiful people. The beautiful thing about India, you're in the street and everybody beep 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 beeping the horns, and the traffic. In Europe, people are killing each other for cutting in front of each other. And here you can see the beauty and the tolerance of people. And the sooner an Indian woman becomes the president of the whole world, then we'll have peace. Then there will be peace in this world. And until then, and before that, I just say, my brother, right? Can you see who that is there? Yeah? My Ganesh, right? That's it.
Thanks so much for watching.
He looks
you
after
guys.
hopeless causes, he looks after me, and that's it.
We're done.
Thank you, Meg. Give us a
Yeah.
kiss. Come on. And MissMalini, thank you for having us on your show. You better come and see us tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys. I'd just like to present you with these flowers. We brought you these all the way from Bangalore. You wouldn't believe the nightmare we've had getting these through customs.
guys.
Norman helped me smuggle them through. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Meg. Thank you, kid.
Thank you guys. Have a good show. I can't wait to see you guys live. This is
Thank
live
you.
going to be.
What a fantastic time. Thanks, man.
Awesome.